Okie dokie. So, episode 2 of Let's Play. As a reminder, we are doing no combat items, no hunter on side missions unless there's a fallen, no side mission farming, and a New Game Plus Ultimate 3 save. And the idea is we're just trying to beat the game as fast as we can. This will be my 4th time doing this kind of a run, so I'll give tips and tricks and feedback sort of for each mission as we go. And let's get started with the bill comes due. In the last episode, we prepared for this mission. We got the decks all set up at the end of the last video, but we'll still go through it anyway. And for Twitch, hello everybody.
There it is again. That strange gamma energy signature.
So the bill comes due is actually one of the harder missions. One of the harder missions earlier on, and part of that is because it's the first time you're introduced to a Hydra marksman, or the snipers as I call them, and they can be quite problematic as we don't really have the damage output to deal with them early on. Now, because we used Ghost Rider in our last side mission, I don't really want to use him here, but he is a decent pick for this mission if killing the sniper is your main focus. Alternatively, for the second half of the mission, it's Capture the Agent, where we capture Faustus, and so you have 3 turns to do that. So Spider-Man can be quite nice if you're on New Game Plus, as he does have well, no, actually you'll have him at this point, sorry. So he can be nice because he has Thwip, of course. Scarlet Witch can be okay if you want to use Hex Charge, and then if you somehow manage to get a banish on magic, that would work as well. But in general, Spider-Man's an okay pick, but because we don't really want much on him for the playthrough, I'm gonna consider some other options. So we have some stuff for Cap. I don't really care for Blade here. I don't really like Doctor Strange here either. And I believe this was a rare coil, so we could start taking magic. But given that we only need maybe 1 or 2 rare cards to make him work, Spider-Man feels like a decent choice here, but I don't like the fact that I'd be rolling a coil with Hunter, Marvel, and Spider-Man. That just feels very low effort. However, given that they're both used pretty heavily in Act 1, I guess we'll commit to this. But I'm not in love with this, but it works.
We've seen what those charges are capable of.
Okay, so there's our sniper. He's by a barrel, and he's near the drop, but he's not under the drop, unfortunately. And then what else? 2 regular elites, and then 3 minions. Okay, so none of the regular units are targeting Hunter, which is a little disappointing, but that's okay. We do, though, have a whip. Now that's interesting because that does give us the opportunity to throw the marksman underneath this drop if we so choose. Excuse me. This unit is under this one, so that's a nice hefty chunk of damage. This unit's not really close enough to throw into this one, so unfortunately the stun boxes won't get used probably. That's just my first instinct. And Marvel having this much aggro is a little unfortunate because I don't want her to get low, but really if she takes the brunt of her damage this turn, then we can always heal her up. So we have 1 quick in hand. We do also have a chain strike, which we can use. Let's dump 1 spider sense. Okay, yeah, let's dump the photon beam. Okay. That's fine. I was hoping to roll into another quick, but let's use the spider sense and hope we don't draw a spider sense, because I'll take thwip or quick kick. That'd be great. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, the good news is 122. Yeah, the good news is we can take out one of these healthier units. The bad news is we didn't get what I was hoping to get, so womp womp. No problem, no problem. So we might as well use the chain strikes, I guess, in this case. So if I use the chain strike like this, it sets us up for the barrel kick here if I want. If I use the chain, I'm just gonna see, I'm gonna compare sort of where we land. So if I go like that, if I go like that, yeah, so this is fine. So not a great opening hand, unfortunately, but it is what it is. We didn't get Thwip to shoot on the sniper, and we didn't pull the second quick that I was hoping to get, alas. That said, we do have the hero combo, so I am tempted to just throw it on this guy for big damage. Tempting, but I'm not sure if that's quite where I want to take it yet. Alternatively, we do this for big damage on both these guys, and then we have this this slide. And I think that's kind of where I'm leaning, just because this is more like the long-term play. This helps us in the future turn rather than right now. Whereas playing the hero combo helps us right now, but not in the future. So I hope that they can both be hit by this push. If not, it is what it is. Yeah, no, they can't. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, still really high damage. We do still have our move as well, so I'm going to see if we can maybe do something there. Let's see. If we did this, then we would get a shove here, but then we wouldn't have the lineup for the barrel here. So I think we'll just use some of our environmentals here. So yeah, we'll go 1. We'll go 2. Nope. We'll go. Yeah, 2. There we go. And that was more to reposition Spider-Man than anything. So now we can do this. Oop. There we go. And then, so we can use the hunter there. And does Marvel have the angle here? No, she does not. So no worries. We'll just use this one. It's good chunky damage. So yeah, even though the hand was pretty bad, we were able to kind of salvage the situation. Like I mentioned in the mission prep screen, Spider-Man can be quite nice here in that he has, good environmental synergies, especially on New Game Plus with his passive, but we didn't get to take much advantage of it. And then we were able to kill all but 2 units, and the sniper being concealed is not the worst thing in the world, because what we can do is we can move and we can shove him closer to this stun with this crate here, right? So we could go shove and then see if we can maybe push him into this box, or even just kill him outright, right? Because this would reveal him. Yeah. Anywho, let's see kind of what we got here. And if Spider-Man goes down here on the first, like if you lose a hero on the first part of a mission, they do respawn, or they resurrect for the second part of the mission. So, I mean, while that's not optimal, obviously, that sometimes is just the best the best answer in a given situation. I'm not saying that that is the case here, but let's see what we get first. So, because I'll tell you right now that Spider-Man is just straight up dead here. There's no way around that. It is what it is. However, we do have forceful knockback, so I am actually tempted to shove him into here with Hunter, and then see if I can push this guy into Sniper, and then take out the Sniper. That's the first thing that kind of sticks out at me. Yeah, the issue is, yeah, Hunter's not really going to move as much as I need her to. Let's see if I use the box. Yeah, same thing. She's not really going to move as much as I need her to. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just use the move then. Here. Yeah, I was hoping to boop and get a kill, but that's fine. Yeah, we'll use it here. Because then we don't have to worry about this guy this turn, and we can just finish him off with basically anything, even maybe a chain strike. And let's see if Slash has the angle now. Oh, it might if we take out these two guys. So let's dump Fist of Radiance, see what we pull. Knee strike. Okay, so we have chain strike here as well. So if I take out this guy and yeah, this guy. Hunter slightly moved. That's not good. Actually, that's not what we were looking for. Okay, well he doesn't have the angle anyway, so alright, it is what it is. Okay, so yeah, because we've already used our stuff and used our move, we can't manipulate this guy to go over here, which is unfortunate. So what we're looking for now is I got rid of my photon beam. Yeah, I got rid of my photon beam thinking I was going to draw into something a little more appropriate for the situation, but unfortunately we did not. So yeah, Spider-Man's just unfortunately going to have to take an L here, and I'm pretty certain there's nothing I can do about that. Yeah. Oh well. It is what it is.
Is that all?
So we'll use this crate to kill one of these minions, because I want to use my heal on Marvel, since Spider-Man's going to go down. Well, I mean, I'm pretty confident he goes down here, but I guess we'll just see if he doesn't.
And what did we learn today?
But I am fairly confident that he's down. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
quit on me now.
My role as your
All right.
herald was foretold in the sacred pages of the Darkhold, Hunter. As was your return.
Okay.
The very life was laid before me.
So we'll use Fury to take out the sniper here, just so that way he doesn't conceal, he doesn't hide and anything. So what we'll do instead is we'll get Captain Marvel in binary before the second part of this mission. That's going to be the best way to kind of do what we need to do.
And I can show you
I was
what
just
true means
shut
of
up.
hell, Parasite.
Such strong words for a champion of the light. No wonder Kuthon has taken such interest in your family.
I just want to make sure that there's nothing else I want to do with Hunter first. Yeah, like I can use this drop. yeah, just as an efficient way to take out the minion. Because I want to keep the Marvel cards if I can. Well, okay, yeah, one step ahead we could dump actually. Oh, okay, well, that's alright. I could have used, what I mean by that is I could have used the one heroism on the barrel instead of the two on the drop, but it doesn't really matter. Well, no, it doesn't matter at all. So let's see, heal, fury, knee strike. Yeah, so heal.
The light is on our side. Just like old times.
Knee strike because I want binary to be active. I don't want the binary card when I get to the next phase. I'd rather use the card. This is so that I draw an additional card when I start the next phase.
Think I can punch through a moon now?
So now we have Fists of Radiance on deck, Slash Plus on deck, which is good because there's a stun box and a few drop possibilities. Oh, such a cool card.
No more time to waste. Let us go.
Okay, so 1 KO, but unfortunately we couldn't really manipulate the battlefield
Even you must have.
in a way where the sniper could be killed. It is what it is.
We need to capture Faustus.
Obviously I could sit here and try to retry, but it's all good. Spider-Man was just there for chain anyway, and he's here for Thwip on the shield guard, so... Oh, speaking of... Okay, so this barrel is, as you can see, very high value because... and this immediately jumps out at me as the first play, because we can boop this guy into here, and boom, 4 minions gone, and we only have to worry about these. So, I'm not even going to think about it, it's not even a question, this just is the play. The only thing is, who do I want to do it with? And I think the question, or the answer to that is also pretty irrelevant. Yeah, it is. I'm going to use Hunter because it actually gives a slightly better vault angle here. This barrel's also very, very good. We do have a quick card in our hand. Okay, I didn't see that. So that's a little unfortunate. There's nothing I can punt him into, so yeah. We are going to use our heal on Spider-Man though, just to top him up.
You onward. Thanks.
Okay, so now we have 2 thwips and a quick kick. We don't really want the quick kick, so let's just dump that. Don't really want that. Okay, so that's a little awkward, but we can definitely take advantage of it if we want to, but really the Hunter takes it, you know, the Hunter taking any amount of hits here is totally fine, and with Marvel we actually have a healthy amount of block that we can take this guy's hit and still not lose binary. The reason why I might be enticed to thwip the shield guard is I don't actually want to capture the agent this turn. However, the shield guard just does a chunky bit of damage, and he also dazes. And if we thwip, he also won't re-protect. I believe I might be. I always get the two mixed up between stun versus dazed versus bound, because they are different in what the enemies will do. So I may be wrong on that front. What we can do though, with our 2 card plays, is let's see. Yes, that would just straight up kill him, and then we wouldn't have the ability to thwip though. That's the only catch that I see. Okay, so this would actually kill without Fist of Radiance. So that's really good. So let's do that.
You have earned this.
There we go.
You are lucky to still be breathing.
Perfect. And again, the Hunter can take any amount of hits. It really doesn't matter at all. So yeah, we'll take care of this barrel just because it'll double blow this up. So the barrel blows up and then this blows up. So this is actually doing twice as much as it says. So that's really nice. Now, if we had Thwip upgraded, we would Thwip first, so he takes extra damage, but since we don't, we won't. There we go, so 40 as opposed to 20, so that's really nice. And then we'll Thwip just to prevent him from attacking. Because if he dazes Spider-Man, then we can't Thwip on a turn we may want to, but now that we Thwip and we have Thwip again, we can capture the agent probably next turn, depending if we're in a good position to do so. And what I mean by that is, the, what do you call them? The reinforcements do get spawned after you cap the agent, but they don't take an action the turn they are spawned, so it's not the worst thing if you do that. But this is better. Yeah, so there we go. So yeah, he doesn't re-protect here, which is good, so we can capture the agent if we want to.
From the dark book. Is the great Dr. Faustus at a loss for words?
Guessing the dark hold doesn't
Okay,
have any
so we'll
spells
use
for
the quick kick
rescue.
here.
Let's
Oh,
grab
just
this
kidding.
trucky
I was gonna say to kill that guy, but I guess we will not do that. So yeah, we'll use Marvel Vault here. Probably. Let's see what we get here. Photon Beam. No, not really the place for it. Golden Opportunity. Golden Opportunity is a pretty nice play here, actually, because we might be able to just straight up kill this dude. Oh, but I don't have the heroism. Never mind. Okay, so this... Oh, okay. This hand is not very good. We low rolled and we picked up all of our heroics and we can't even play them. Nice. You love to see it. And by that I mean you hate to see it. So, what we'll do then is we'll take Spider-Man, and this is just so that we can get a card play. We'll take Spider-Man, we'll quick kick this guy into this guy, just to proc the kick, or the the quick kick. There we go. So now we can shove him into this just for some beefy damage. We might have the vault angle here. Yes, we do. Fantastic. So I should have actually used Golden Opportunity first. That was a bit of a blunder, but that's okay. Maybe we'll keep it for the reinforcements anyway.
It's about time.
And yeah, since this turn is very underwhelming and unfortunately pretty rough. Oh, I don't have Boop, never mind. We might as well just capture him here, and then we will apply the Golden Opportunity. So I definitely did this out of order, but it's okay. So we'll summon the reinforcements, then Golden Opportunity. That way we can at least apply Vulnerable to an additional unit.
Excellent. Hydra won't let us take him so easily.
So that's dealt with. And so now we might be able to use one of these. Okay, yeah, these guys are all grouped up. But, yeah. This would be a big kick right here.
Don't hold back.
Damn. A little unfortunate. That's okay. We don't really need Spider-Man anymore.
I'll get you for that. What did I do to deserve this?
I stand with the mother.
Jeez, man. Okay, well this is just... There's nothing I can do about this. This is just...
Adjustments should have tripled the disruptor's yield. The next time you will not be so fortunate.
Wow. Okay.
It's almost
Yeah, this is
cute.
awful.
Next time.
This is not good at all. This is really bad. Talk about a low roll. Holy cow. So again, Hunter can kind of take a beating here, so I'm not overly concerned. Spider-Man has run his course. Now, if I could somehow get maybe the big boot over here.
I'm on it. That looked like it hurt. Watch and
Okay, there we go. So we at least can do something.
next time it won't go easy.
Okay, nice. Proctor passive there. So now let's see how we want to use the rest of our heroism. So I think yeah, I say we take out one of these units, preferably one that does not have well, I guess the vulnerability is gone after this turn anyway. Now if I kick here, then I don't have heroism to play any of my cards, and I don't really want Captain Marvel to get hit as much as she is going to be. Now, where's Spider-Man here? Yeah, Spider-Man doesn't have any setups either, so we might as well use... Could do this, I guess. Let's see if we can maybe set up a big... Not a big kick, but a kick. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just do this. Hunter can take all the hits. Again, Spider-Man is irrelevant.
Hydra's in control of the situation.
Alternatively, what I was considering was using Fury on the shield guard so he didn't daze Hunter.
Okay, I felt that one.
But since Marvel is one card away from binary, we can have a bit of a Marvel turn and it's fine.
I am not myself.
I am a rule.
Okay.
You have your orders. Don't let them get so close to me.
There's that Hydra loyalty and courageous spirit you've been talking so much about.
So we definitely want to pop binary if we can. Chain Strike. Chain Strike's not the worst play here. Spider Sense is not a great play here, but I'd rather redraw into a Hunter card because I'd like to get heal if I could. Nobody's targeting Hunter, which is actually a blessing in disguise. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's see if we can manipulate our ending location in a meaningful way. Not a ton. Yeah, not really. So this is fine.
Good one.
So now we'll dump our Spider Sense. Okay, we got Whip. Whip is great. We do like that card. We have Thwip. So we could always Thwip, take out these two guys, deal with the shield guard at the end. That is sort of the first thing that jumps out at me. We could always do this just to be done with him and call it a day. And then that's also quite tempting. Yeah, I think we'll start with that.
No mercy for the servants.
It doesn't matter what we discard, to be honest.
Nice move.
that works. I do like, actually, I like playing this. I didn't realize he had this. I like playing this because Marvel has binary up right now, so using counter would be quite good. Either way, let's deal with this.
Tell 'em who sent you.
And then, so the decisions are either we break the dude's shield with Fist of Radiance, we thwip somebody so they don't attack, or we play Anticipation and she just punches everybody to death. Which is a tempting prospect, I will say. However, I think breaking the shield is a little bit of a higher priority simply because him protecting and dazing is quite annoying. Oh, hey, look at that. And we RNG'd our passive anyway, so it all worked out in the end.
Forever in service.
You don't know
Oh,
who you're messing with.
bummer. Got rid of my binary.
Time for the real thing.
Okay, there's the overload, but we have this crate right here, this one, so we can definitely use that to sort of manipulate him. We can thwip as well if we want.
To spell it out for you, you're finished. Even your own troops can take the hit.
Also have Wild Strike, which is pretty strong. Stump Chain Strike, we're not going to use it. Quick Slash is pretty good. Yep, Quick Slash is very good. Specifically the upgraded one. The unupgraded one I didn't want. So we'll just get rid of that. Quick Kick, okay, not super useful, that's okay. So we can use Wild Strike, Thwip, and then something else. We could use Wild Strike, Big Boot, Thwip. Either way, we'll Wild Strike here.
Not bad.
Okay, that was awesome.
We do that.
I'm on it.
See what we pull. Okay, nice. Wonder Bar. Wonder Bar. So there we go. It's a little rocky first start with that sniper, unfortunately, but that's, you just have to expect that on this mission, that the sniper is honestly your biggest point of contention, and then how you capture the agent on the second part. Those two things are really what matter.
Hey, Hunter. Readings good? What can I say except you're welcome?
Nice. Okay, 3 blues. So no, perfect. No. Yeah. No. No. Hey Doug, how's it going? So with these ability choices, we don't have reroll. Like I said already, we really don't need to upgrade Thwip. Thwip base is fine for Spider-Man, given we're not going to use him after Act 1, and if we do, it'll be very rare, or on the final mission because we might be forced to. Cosmic Ray is not a great card at all, unfortunately. Deadly Ground is probably the worst, bottom 3 cards in the game. However, it's good for Essence, being a rare skill card, so I am going to take it, even though I don't like it, and we're going to salvage it. So another Wanda interaction.
Can I ask a favor?
Ooh, okay. So this one's interesting. We have specifically a combat bonus. So we start the first turn with 4 card plays or apply 1 vulnerable to mission start, or enemies at mission start. And then we're comparing critical damage to critical chance. This is kind of unfortunate because I want this bonus, but I want this buff. Or rather, I want this combat bonus and I want this statistic buff, but Given we're only going to use Wanda probably once this run, probably, the stats aren't really going to matter at the end of the day. So I think taking the 4 card plays is good because on that mission, Witch of Wundagore Mountain, you have to deal with a Nest Mother and Hulk. So, and Wanda's more of a totem killer than anything, and a minion master. So extra card plays are quite useful in that sense. So we're gonna take the card plays, but I think you could go with either of these,
Thanks, Hunter.
and it would be fine. All right. So the best there is, it literally doesn't matter who you really take. There is a specialist that you can boot people into. There is sometimes an officer, but not always. And there's not a sniper, so officer, specialist, and then a bunch of elite grunts and minions, and then Wolverine is what you're fighting with against Sabretooth. So yeah, if you bring Wolverine, by the way, you can manipulate the deck and have the hand you want going into the Sabretooth fight, but if he happens to go down, get injured, take damage, that does carry over to the Sabretooth fight. So just keep that in mind if you do decide to bring him and you're playing on New Game Plus. Overall, the first half of this mission is pretty straightforward. It's a fantastic opportunity to play characters who you need to buff up. So what I mean by that is, because this is one of the only story missions where it's just Hunter is the required hero and then your other 2 slots are open, you have the choice. Now, we have the mission to bring Robbie to increase our friendship level. If you were doing a normal playthrough, I would highly suggest that you do this because getting Robbie up to 5 is quite good for Penance Stare. It's a nice little finisher card. But given that we're just pushing Paragon levels, I don't need to bring Robbie. The friendships are less important for me than it would be for someone starting the game fresh. But for all intents and purposes, we could take him just, out of respect of the quest, and we would have a chance to pull Straight to Hell or an additional Lash and Hellride. And again, those kind of cards will complete the character and allow him to do what he wants to do. If we were to take Robbie, though, we would want a character who can manipulate Taunt. I don't want to use the Cap combat bonus. I don't want to bring Wolverine, again, just out of respect for the mission, because we'll already be using him, excuse me. Marvel, I don't want to invest any more time into. Spider-Man's injured. Wanda, I don't want to invest any time into. Hulk, I don't want to invest any time into because you only use him maybe once, if not 0 times. And even then, on the final mission, I tag him out anyway. We'll talk about that when we get there. So, realistically, I'm left with Hunter as my carry. Blade if we wanted to push something. Marvel if we wanted to push anything, and then Nico as well. Iron Man, he's set up to go for Cap's mission, so we don't need to do anything there. Blade still has base deck, so we could definitely use an upgrade there. Strange, also base deck, could definitely use an upgrade there. And then Nico only has Blood for Blood, and we took out 1 Empower and put that in. This happened during one of the Emo Kids meetings. So, in general, I would say Blade we actually use soon-ish. Yeah, soon-ish. And he does need a bit of work in order to pop off, though his commons are they're pretty ho-hum. But I would like to upgrade a Make 'em Bleed. And then Strange as well, we need him to defend the Sanctum with Spider-Man soon. And so both these characters need a buff, need some love in the decks rather. Both these characters are pretty weak in their current forms. Bringing them together on this mission is a little risky, but we're going to try it because, again, you want to try with this mission to use the characters you need stuff on because it's a pretty generic first half of the mission. So we're going to go with this. All right.
Show no mercy.
As they say,
That's a pretty good hand right off the get-go. So, okay, we did not roll the specialist. That sucks. We rolled a sniper. That sucks. And oh, okay, so the thing with this mission that I forgot to mention in the prep screen, and this is one of the only missions where this is true, is this half the mission is relatively RNG. So the environmental placements and the dimensions of the play arena being I believe it's a perfect square, are consistent. However, the part that changes is the enemies that you're given. So when I said there's usually a specialist, there's sometimes an officer, and there's not a marksman. I haven't actually rolled a marksman, so I guess there is a marksman. And what it does is it basically plucks one or two of those beefed up units and puts them in. And so every time you play this mission, it won't have the same enemies. This is not true for almost every other story mission in the game. So in my opinion, this is actually a bit of a low roll, because the sniper, as we've seen in the last mission, is quite threatening. But it is what it is. We'll do what we can, and we'll go from there. Now, this hand is very good, so that kind of makes up for this. Now, how do we want to play it? So what jumps out at me right away is, of course, the Agamotto's Gaze and the Quick Slash. So we could quick Agamotto quick. That would be pretty high value. Make him bleed, and if we high rolled into like a Quick Strike would be amazing, because then we have quick, quick, quick. And then the other thing is, if I use a Quick Slash here, we can probably Quick Slash this sniper into this guy. And then if not, then we have a Quick Slash over here, which would set us up for the sniper boop, which would allow us to continue other stuff, other stuff and things. Wild Strike is tempting, as it does fully incapacitate one of these units plus a box. So right, I can Wild Strike plus box on here. But the sniper is the biggest threat for sure. Hunter can take these hits all day, but we want to see if we can kill the sniper in one turn, though I'm not 100% sure that that's going to be possible. Actually, it's highly unlikely that that is a thing. So alternatively, the play is to kill everything else and then let the hunter take the hit. But with that said, let's maybe make him bleed. There's no blade cards here that I would really want. And we have 2 skill cards here if heroism is my concern. Okay, yeah, that's super unfortunate actually. That's not a good start. Alright. No matter. So let's start with a Quick Slash.
That's one hell of a move.
And then I am going to use the Wild Strike because I want the Agamottos to give me another one back. Now, if we get really lucky and he doesn't conceal, then we are golden.
Not bad. Not great.
Oh, yes, sir.
Prepare yourself.
Alright, so Hunter is going to take a beating, but that's okay. Because the sniper is gone, and that is the main thing. Well, the sniper will be gone in just a second. Okay, yep, so we'll take out this minion with Blade.
I'm on it.
And then we have that there. I'm just gonna see. Yeah, so you can see their Wild Strike 108, 107. We love when the stars align like that. Yeah, I think that this is just objectively the correct play. Even though it is gonna hurt, we shouldn't die. Oh, nice. We resisted the second vulnerability. That's great. New game plus privilege. There we go. I'm just going to see if perhaps I can manipulate Hunter to maybe push him into Strange or something like that. But yeah, no, it's not going to happen. Okay. But because we have so much heroism, thanks in part due to Strange, might as well use it. So 1, 2. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I didn't think to check that angle earlier, but hopefully? Yeah, not quite. Can't quite bump into Strange. That's okay. No worries. Great first turn. Great first turn. So we do have heal as well.
Do not think I will forget that.
So this is all good.
More of them are joining the fight.
We have a clean boop right there if I want.
No issue so far.
Okay, once again, this hand is just very high quality. We've very much high rolled in our hands here, so that's amazing.
Will carry you onward. The
There we go.
advantage is mine.
Okay, so we're gonna see if we can Winds of Watum these two guys. Yep.
Let's try this.
And this is just a no-brainer. Anytime you get a chance to Winds of Watum a regular health unit into a minion, you should just almost always take it, regardless of literally everything else. Now we have Stake and Axe. Axe and Quick Slash kills this guy, Quick Strike. And then Hero Combo kills this guy, or this guy. So that's what we'll kind of start with, but do I want to... Do I need to? Alright, we'll stick with this for now. I'm just more concerned about the amount of heroism that's in my hand right now, or lack thereof. Also, I just realized that was supposed to be Axe and not Stake. Oopsies! That was a genuine mistake. Oh well. All good.
Leave some for the rest of us.
All good. Yeah, I can't afford to play both of these if I start with Axe, so I would have to start with Hero Combo, then play Axe, which is... We'll do that, because Hero Combo will kill one of these, base Axe will kill one of these, so yeah. Yeah.
I have always wanted a sidekick.
Yeah, look at that. The math. The math. Okay.
That's a neat trick.
The game just plays itself sometimes, I tell you guys. Alright. Don't really want to use the heroism in this immediate moment. So we'll just boop for some small damage.
Search for wealth and power with just a tinge of fascism. Hydra will never change.
Yeah. Luck and math, yeah, pretty much.
Do better than that. Is that
Alright. So, the question you have to ask yourself at this point is, what cards do you want to carry over into the next part with Hunter? Now, keep in mind it is Sabretooth, so we don't want things like Quick Strike, right? We don't want, or Quick Slash. We don't really need heal because Wolverine is going to be taunting and healing anyway. So we don't want heal. Fury will be awesome. We'll keep that. It's a great card to use in general. Very high damage, so it'll help expedite the second part of the mission. Whip is also quite good. So I want to see, yeah, if there's a world where I could finish this without using Fury and Whip, that would be best case scenario. However, I'm not married to the idea. So I'll just boop there to take out one of the minions, pepper some damage onto the full health. We'll use Quick Strike on this minion. Now if Axe doubles in damage, then that would be what, 74? Yeah, 74. So we could go searching for something a little bit better. Alright, so we'll use heal.
The light will heal you.
Don't really want it, like I said.
Welcome assistance.
74 and then 20 whip stake. Yeah, so we do have to use whip, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Because I don't... Yeah, okay, no biggie. The hope is that we don't dump Fury. But again, if we do, it is what it is. The only card that in my current deck that would be almost like a deal breaker that would be worth skipping would be Wild Strike. And that is simply because the Wild Strike vulnerability debuff just doesn't matter, given that Wolverine can taunt him off anyway, right? So Wild Strike in this fight is pretty massive.
Check your ears, Creed. She didn't
Alright.
stutter.
So, when you're dealing with Sabretooth, you want to recognize that he doesn't do a lot of damage on his own without Fatal Fury, which activates at about 50% health. And the other thing is, the only source of damage he does outside of that is if he ever, like, yeets you through a lot of objects. So, for example, Wolverine's current position, if he was to knock me back, he would knock me back into this wall. Not super scary. But if I was positioned over here in this corner, then he could push me through all these like newspaper boxes, all these garbage bags and stuff. And this area does a lot more damage than this area. And then same thing, right? I don't want my back to the explosive if I can. I don't want my back to any of these breakables, right? So these are just little things to keep in mind, but definitely not the explosive, which we're going to blow up this turn anyhow. Now, we also don't really like quick cards against Sabretooth, so we are more willing to dump those than other things. Now, I do have Wolverine's passive, as this is New Game Plus, so I'm more inclined to save my redraws until after my plays. In this case, though, I'm going to do this. Yeah, this, just to get the ball rolling and take out some of these minions. There we go. So that's one, and then the next action we take is going to be 2, and then we can use Fury. Okay. And I am going to use one quick here, just so that we can keep... I want to maintain an extra card play this turn. Like, I don't really... What I mean by that is I don't really care if he frenzies twice this turn. Okay, so now we're not going to have any more card plays using the Hunter, so let's use Fury. Might as well.
I've got all the heals I need.
Oh, okay, that is unlucky. Okay. So now we're not going to be able to take advantage of the vulnerability. That's okay. Yeah, that's unlucky, but we'll pass here so that
Good enough for me. But I think
we can maybe do something about the frenzy. Excuse me. Nice, yeah, chain swipes. So the cool thing though is that we did draw chain swipes, which is awesome because the vulnerability here, because he's a frenzied unit, his turn only happens when his frenzy goes. So normally this vulnerability would be gone. If I didn't draw into something that does damage, then that could have been an issue. Now, there's two decisions I want to make. So if I Wild Strike here, it's possible he attacks me, but then he loses vulnerability. But if I do commit the Wild Strike, then he's taking 162 damage, right? So for tempo and progressing the mission, I am inclined to play Wild Strike, and I do have heal in my hand as well, so that is what we're going to do. And if he targets Hunter, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. But this is why we have heal. And then the passive. Alright. Okay. So what we're going to do to sort of manipulate this what do you call it, vulnerability, is we are going to go like this. Okay, so he's at 95. Now if the minion attacks the hunter, less concerned. Wolverine, though, in general, yeah, so I'm inclined to play the heal here. And then what? Oh, okay, I don't know what that was. Okay. We'll do this. And then we'll do this. There we go. So now the hunter with vulnerability is not getting hit. And then Wolverine is getting hit, which is fine. And he's dazed, but we've already used all of our card plays, so this is great. Fantastique. And then if Wolverine happens to die, keep in mind you do have that free revive, even on Ultimate 3 with him, so there you go. If you even need him. Depending on your Hunter deck and what you have, you may not. Now because Sabretooth is at 67 health, we really don't need Wolverine right now, right this minute, so we don't need to play this. So we'll just redraw and look for better Hunter cards here. I wouldn't say those are necessarily better Hunter cards, but they are Hunter cards. And because Wolverine is already injured, I'm not super concerned about like clipping him with things, but this just gets the kill on its own, which is awesome, so we'll just do that. So don't be afraid to use Wolverine as like a tactical sacrifice, literally. Because for me, I'm just trying to do it as fast as I can, right? If I get 2 stars versus 3, that doesn't matter to me as much. At this point, I've progressed enough, it doesn't really matter. So we'll take out this minion. Now, I want to move and set myself up in a position where I can do something to Sabretooth. So I actually want to save my move and use it right here. Or rather, I want to position right here, I think. Yeah, I do. So that's why I didn't boop that guy, and instead I elected to use the heroism. Now, because the whip discards a random card, but the whip should, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we should just be able to get a kill anyway. Depending on where does it move me? Oh, okay, I see. So I'll only get the vault. Okay, okay, that's fine. So we'll resurrect Wolverine. Then yeah, see, that gets the kill. Okay. Well, unfortunately I can't quite do what I was hoping to do. Kinda sucks. All good. We can always use the move next turn, or whatever. Okay, and then boom. So the hope was that I could position this in a way where it hits him this turn, but I can't, so I have this vault maybe, depending on the angle, and then we might have to use a move here, but this is fine. So now the healthier targets are out of the game. It's just going to be minions and Sabretooth, usually. Not always, but usually.
So is he some sort of werewolf?
So we have Fury again. That's incredible. Because we can go like this. So we'll taunt Sabretooth. Now the only thing is I really hope that Sabretooth doesn't daze. That would be worst case scenario. Because the reason being is we just used final, so we can't use the hunter. Yeah, no daze. That's good. Unfortunate. So instead what we'll do is we will Berserk. Just for heroism. Then we'll move here. Because the boop doesn't do that much, and this might just do straight up do more. Yeah, it does. There we go.
Heroes like you for breakfast. Like it or not, here they come.
Okay, so you can see there, the Frenzy didn't go down because we just decided to pass. He still has vulnerability. The Dream would be hero combo, but we can't vulnerability that. But you can see he's at 202 health, and this does 206. So if we just somehow amass for heroism, that's GG and the game. So oh, okay. Or we just or we just do this.
Not looking good for you.
Vulnerability goes away, doesn't really matter. Is the more reinforcements from difficulty only affecting side missions? No. The more reinforcements means more turns of reinforcements. and then usually it's like an extra 1 minion. But that's it. So it's longer, and usually there's one more minion than normal. But that's all. Alright. So there we go. There we go. So that's Sabretooth. I'm a fan of using a tactical death on Wolverine early on while you still have the regular units, right? As opposed to just minions and Sabretooth, because it just makes things a lot easier. If you're picky about always getting 3 stars, then maybe not, but there you go. That's that.
It is done.
Okay, sweet. So we did, wow. So we did get Banish Plus. So this is why we sent Magic in the first place, because 2 of the 3 options are just like best in slot. So Magic's just a really high value option to send on the hero op.
But we all know what
Amazing. So same thing, same logic. This time, let's check our missions first and see who I'm more likely to take on my next one. Yeah, okay, so we'll do the artifact mission with Strange. So as long as we don't send Doctor Strange, then we're good. Now, because I think a Fallen is possibly going to arrive, if it's Strange and Hunter, then I want to consider some of the pairings that I would want. But for a rare card, let's say probably Nico and hope that we get Restore. Or even if we got like any of the other ones, I guess it would be decent upgrade fodder. We could just send Magic again, which would be okay, but I'm inclined to actually bring her on the next mission because we do have Banish Plus, and I do think there will be a Fallen. So Blade would get Hunger, Relentless, and Savage. I don't want Savage. Cap would get Dig In, Spang, and Shield Bash. And then he would be good to go for his mission and pretty much anything after that. So let's do... yeah, let's do Cap with that logic, because then it'll make getting his mission done pretty straightforward by the time you get to that point. Okay. So we have nothing to research, unfortunately, is what it is.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? What can I say?
All right.
Except you're welcome.
Nice. Okay, so because it was a 4-person coil, the odds of getting something we wanted were even lower. Merciless is not, in niche situations, it's a amazing card, but usually it's not. Savage is not a very good card. It's too expensive for what it does. Crimson Bands of Cedarek unupgraded is not very good, but upgraded it is. And Chain Swipes is a great upgrade for Wolverine to get. So if I want to go for Essence, I'll take Merciless. If I want to upgrade Wolverine, I'll take Chain Swipes. And Crimson Bands is nice too, because we can take a Blessing of the Vishanti out of the deck, which is quite useful as well. And we're using Doctor Strange on our next mission, so I'll definitely take Bands for those 2 reasons. Now, Swipes, I'll take Merciless for the Essence, because we can always just craft a Swipes, right, with the Essence or our Blueprint, whereas Merciless will be great for the Essence, which we need kind of right now. So in the immediate, Merciless for Essence is better than Chain Swipe. So truth is, I think I have done this mission before, The stars are aligning. It was this exact point in my last run. It was this exact mission. Strange was required. It was a coil artifact, except instead of protect Hydra device, it was destroy Hydra device. And we did get a fallen reinforcement, and it was fallen Wanda. So if it's a fallen and we fail, we'll redraw and take Hunter. But let's just assume, or let's just try to get through it. Otherwise, now for protect device, it's good to have some sort of a taunt. So, Wolverine would be great here, but he is injured, so I don't want to take him. Marvel has some taunting abilities, but it's better than no taunting abilities, so I'm inclined to bring her. And then, because we have Banish on Magic, that's really tempting as well, because if there's a unit that we can't deal with, then she'll deal with it quite well. Magic also has, you can see here, Magic has 2 heroics that we don't particularly need and a lot of options to just control. And someone like, this build, you have 4 heroics in your hand or in the deck, and then this one we have 3 in the deck. So if we do take Marvel Strange, we need someone with less heroics in their deck. And right now, the lowest I have would be 2, and then 2 is the lowest we have. So I don't want any more than that. Nico goes pretty well with Marvel, I will say. My only concern with this one is having the damage output. However, having Empower with high heroic or high amount of heroism cards in your deck is very good, of course. On the flip side, if we go Ghost Rider, then he also has a lot of heroic cards, but he does have a combat bonus right now to start with +4 heroism. So I would say Magic is quite tempting, so we'll bring her. And then it's between Nico and Marvel, just to, again, have that taunt factor. Healing is going to be an issue, as it always is without Hunter early game. But having Banish Plus can sort of circumvent that issue a little bit. So we'll try this composition. We'll see how it goes. It may not work out for us. Okay. So basically, the first time I ran this, it just took way too long, and I still didn't finish it. It was a 1v1, and in order to make up lost time, we're just going to bring the Hunter on this one. If I brought any other DPS, we could do it, but I just want to continue on with this and get through it. So, we have 3 people targeting the device this time, which is a little unfortunate. We do have a Gather. Let's redraw Vishanti, because we're not going to use it for anything. Okay, Crimson Bands is okay. And then we don't really need Banish, so let's dump that. Alright. So... the Wild Strike tempts me because no non-minion is targeting Hunter. And so we can do this and just get like a lot of value off this Gather, and then clean up the minions. Then hopefully it sets us up a good angle on booping anybody into the Specialist. Yeah, this is good, right here. So you always want to use the Shock Shield for boops, if you can. It's just good damage, it's good value. And now... we can Wild Strike this doggo. And then boop with Limbo Portal. This one into this one. Or, better yet, So what we'll do is I'm gonna try my darndest to get the limbo portal here. So I guess let's get. If I do that, no. If I do, no. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Seeing if I can find a dead zone for the portal. Okay, and then here. Now the hope is that it puts this wolf in lineup with the specialist, so I can just hunter slash, but yeah, unfortunately not.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
It just would have been efficient to do it that way. Yeah, this is fine.
Your time has come. Hell,
Okay, so there we go. Just using a lot of boops and knockbacks and sort of setups. Using the shock shield to your advantage is super important, super good. And then because we don't have much else to spend the heroism on, we might as well do a bit of a number on this dude's shield.
prepare.
So there we go. So pretty well, that's yeah, that's a really good turn.
Hydra's in control of the situation.
You'll get yours.
So again, ran this once before,
We haven't quite broken
wasted a lot of time on the run, and I don't like my time being wasted, so I pushed it. I tried to use Doctor Strange Magic Nico, and obviously that's a very low damage composition, but I got greedy for the coils, and that's what happens when you get greedy, so it is what it is. So let's dump these useless objective cards. Nice, that's good. Pick up some quicks. Because that allows us to... So these minions are kind of inconveniently placed because they don't... I can't really synergize anybody into them, only them into full health, but I mean, it's better than nothing, right? So we can always go like this for some damage.
Watch closely. It's remarkable how well Hydra manages to attract new recruits despite decades of ineptitude.
Okay. Okay.
Even for Hydra.
And now, because this guy's about to attack, we could weaken him with Axe of Angarumus. Hunter does have the most health, though. This dude's attacking the device, and this dude's attacking Strange. So, in a perfect world, we would maybe use... Could use bands first to eat the frenzied attack. We could use bands to prevent the healing. We gotta take this one in a few directions. I'm inclined to just weaken this doggo.
You carry the responsibility of Sorcerer Supreme when the work is done.
There we go. And now this also means we might be able to get a kill with the boop. Maybe. Let's see. Not quite, but what we can do is use Winds of Watum. So let's do that.
I hope this is one of the stronger arms. We did come all the way here for a
I'm going to play Agamotto's first because I don't want to redraw this wins. Yeah, because then we would have gotten double wins, and that's not what we want. Definitely not what we want.
Prepare yourselves.
Job done.
Okie dokie. And then with our 1 card left, the device can take about 4 hits before it goes down. So let's just save Strange a little bit of his health pool.
Let's try this. Transcendence.
There we go. And I don't really want to use what I have of my heroism because I'll save it for another Axe of Angarumus or a Gather, something like that. We might pick up a whip here. Let's see.
Just a tinge of fascism. Hydra will never change.
Okay,
You've got incoming Hydra. You know what to do.
let's dump that. Another Agamotto's Gaze. Okay, alright. So I don't want all these quicks in my hand, frankly. Now, in terms of who has better angles and such, I think that yeah, I think Strange has a better angle because I don't want to quick soul slash this, otherwise she takes damage for no reason. So let's dump those. Yeah, it's not great either. Bummer. Lots of quicks in this deck, unfortunately, but it is still early game, so you kind of just have to deal with that. But you don't always want quicks in the deck. They're just not super high damage. So if we use hero combo and then we can quick and we just take out this unit, that's kind of where I'm leaning. It gets the hero combo out of the deck and it thins our hand a little bit. Okay.
We make an excellent team.
There we go.
You are lucky to still be breathing.
So now because we have an extra move from using that hero combo, we're kind of allowed to cheat a little bit and we can use a move and then a shove move to push somebody into this dude's shock shield. So that's quite nice. I'm going to use Agamotto's Gaze now because again I don't want to draw the Winds of Watum.
A moment of preparation. The light shines.
There we go.
Most dutiful.
So let's see what we can get for... unless Strange can just get this anyway. Oh, he can. Okay. I'd rather take care of the... yeah, we can't kill these guys yet, so yes. Let's just do more damage to the shield. And then we can also use another...
Demons is forced to rely upon higher
Boop.
hands occasionally.
So this is where the other move comes into play, because we can now take magic, go like this. Because the forceful knockback is going to do more damage than using Winds of Watum. Like so. Oh, I just used my last card play, didn't I?
With every fight, my power grows.
Oh no, okay, never mind. Never mind.
Let's give it a go.
Okay.
You may wake up with a slight headache.
And then at this point, it doesn't really matter who does what, but what I do want to do is, because he's targeting Strange, and Strange's back is to something, I want to see if you can maybe try to get him off? No, it's not going to move him. Okay, that's alright. But there's the stun box here, so let's maybe get magic out of the way. It depends. Yeah, so that doesn't quite reach the stun box, unfortunately. Neither will this. And so what we'll do instead is... yeah, We'll just apply a good chunk of damage to the specialist, like so. And that's fine. And then the heroism that we do have, we can try to cash out next turn.
Stronger already.
Okay, there we go.
All their research has finally paid off.
A rare
Oof.
strike.
Yeah, so that's what I was worried about, was Strange's back being to things. So I was trying to get him out, but there was no way to do so, unfortunately. So we should see heal and whip here, one or the other. Oh, yeah, heal and whip. And you kind of know that based on what cards we've seen already and what we haven't seen yet. So whip is great. Theory's good. Hero combo's good. Honestly, if these are three of my card plays, that works for me. That's very, very good. The only issue is whip might discard something that we need more. Not more, but I guess need.
The light will carry
So even though that's the dream, that is not our reality.
I won't forget this.
And so what we will do is we'll use our limbo portal, and then we're gonna stun the shield guard. And the reason being is it'll eat up his frenzy. Boop. There we go. And then see if we draw into something a little more useful in terms of dealing with these minions. Perfect. Yeah, like that. So we'll go wins.
Follow my movement. I hope this is one of the stronger arms. We did come all the way here for a fight.
Okay, there we go. So now we have Fury, we have Whip.
Hydra's standards have fallen a great deal.
And alas, we are going to end up using all our card plays. This seems to happen all the time recently. And it's just a byproduct of having like Agamotto's Gaze and then all these quicks. It's just sort of bound to happen, even though it kind of sucks. There's not much you can do about it.
You have earned this.
And this is why you don't want to have too many quicks in your deck.
Leave some for the rest of us.
This will be done
Okay. So let's dump Vishanti. It's not going to help us. Quick Slash Plus isn't really going to help us either. Soul Blast isn't going to help us. Gosh, it's just so not damaging. That's the issue. So I want to get Strange out of there if I can. Because I don't want the corruption to spread. If I can help it. To Strange, that is. Because his is already spreading, so.
Tinge of fascism. Hydra will never change.
Lilith herself could not best me. What makes you think you will fare any better?
Okay, the hope is that... Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'll return the favor in kind.
I was gonna say the hope was that he attacked hunters so that the corruption would spread to the specialist, but oh well. Thankfully, this card has been buffed a few times, and it got crit, so DC's good. Oh, wait. So if we use Quick Soul Slash, right, we can see that it's putting her magic here, about where Hunter's standing. So what we can do with that is we know that, okay, if we Limbo Portal over here, right, that there's a high chance we can finish him off with the Vault. There we go.
Gods would not stand before us as arrogantly as you have.
Oh, but he has Frenzy. Man, never mind. Yeah. Can't control where he goes. Well, the theory was sound. Alright. And this is why, by the way, this is why with Magic, Quick Soul Slash is very not whelming until you get Limbo's Grasp, and then Kick is really good because it's such a high base coefficient that you can actually do something. Because right now, as you can see, like it's just taking forever to kill 2 frickin' minions, even with Hunter, and this is just a byproduct of Magic, which is why I'm so insistent on bringing her on this mission, because she is very underwhelming for a very long time. So we're just trying to get more out of her, if you will. Okay. There we go. So finally, after all that, we got a kill. So getting kicks on Magic, super important. Super important.
I see I am not the only one with a darker side.
The light is on our side.
Okay. This is just to thin the hand, and then this will set up the specialist for taking a good hefty chunk of damage when they drop back down.
We are doing well so far.
All right. Perfect. So yeah, Soul Blast.
This will have to do.
Move like that once.
So that's 1.
Very effective.
This is 2.
Good work.
And then this is 3. All the portals.
Lilith has sent you here to die. I hope you are prepared.
Ready?
All right.
Now.
Took forever. Got there in the end.
Looks like we've acquired
So there we go.
What's shaking?
Hey, okay, so we got dig in, that's huge, and it's dig in plus, no less. So Cap is literally set. The only thing we need for him now would be best defense. So, excellent.
See you soon.
We should be good to go. Yep, we are. So we'll send somebody on a mission. We're gonna send. See what the rewards
Get ready
are.
to make a move.
Upgraded ability, rare. Okay. We'll send Wanda. Because if she pulls Hexmark or Quick Toss, that's great. And then like Detonate is playable. So
That doesn't sound so bad.
yeah.
I just hope you brought me something interesting. I know exactly where this goes.
Alright, so at this point it's like okay, you can do hero abilities, you could do combat therapy, but realistically you should be going if you're trying to rush the game, you should be doing a high-tech suit because it gives you fully charged, which is just the best passive majority of the time. So we're gonna do fully
Let's get
charged.
started, Dr. Spook. Hey, Hunter. Initiating start rotation. I'm pretty sure Charlie left the scanning coil in the hallway. Third. Not bad.
Okay, let's see here. Axe, no. Kick, fantastic. Holy gift, no. And trapdoor, no. Now we know that we don't have much in the way of attack essence, so we're just gonna snag both these guys. We don't need holy gift, we don't need axe, but kick we do need, and attack essence we need, so those are fantastic.
Don't forget to write.
And so now, when we do get Book of the Vishanti, we are able to make a second kick and then kick, or not kick. Magic becomes a decent unit. So in terms of Cap's deck for the mission, I really don't like Punch. Quick Punch can be useful. Tactician unupgraded is okay. Shield Bounce upgraded is great though. So the question is, do I upgrade Punch or use it as reroll fodder, or do I upgrade Shield Bounce, which is actually amazing upgraded because it has the apply weak? And I think I'm erring on the side of upgrading Shield Bounce and keeping the shitty Punch. Just because having that weak is so good. So, Cap's mission, some assembly required. It is one of the harder story missions as well. Kind of like I would say, it's probably harder than what's it called?
Need to clean up.
Not Faustian Bargain. Oh my gosh, why is it escaping me now?
We're dropping you to a position just outside the battle zone.
Well, up until this point in the story, this is probably the second hardest mission, if not the hardest, because it is the Hydra Sniper. It is the oh, Bill Comes Due. That's the one. Bill Comes Due is quite challenging. This one can be quite challenging too, especially on your first playthrough because Cap has nothing upgraded. Now he does have a good base deck of cards, but it's always helpful to have something. The fact we have Dig In is great. So we remember we preemptively gave him a combat bonus on purpose, so this gives us extra redraws. This is of course synergetic with Iron Man. Now this AoE only being on Cap is quite good. When you low roll and it targets both these guys, that sucks, or both these guys, it sucks. So this is good.
We don't have
Let's
time
see,
to
we have a specialist here, we have a sniper there, and then we have a second sniper here. And that's what makes it so difficult, is you have two snipers to contend with. Very, very annoying and difficult. So, let's just see what we're dealing with here. So immediately what kind of jumps out at me is the potential of, yeah, this. So blasting this sniper into that stun box. That is quite a tempting prospect. But I think let's play Tactician and maybe see what we get first. Before we commit to that.
That's the stuff.
Okay. Yeah, so let's initiate with that.
That'll work.
And then where's the other sniper? Oh, here he is. So the dream would be to redraw into whip, but unfortunately we only have one card play left already. So we are probably going to use it on shield bounce. That's my best guess because you can see Iron Man's has all this aggro right now, which obviously is not good. So our starting aggro is actually pretty low roll because you can see only the 2 minions are targeting cap, whereas you want one of these targeting cap. So that really blows actually. So what I'm looking for right now is I'm just trying to see what we do to take out, or to nullify, I should say, some of these damages, some of these things. Let's maybe dump heal for now. We don't need it. Sure, yeah. Now we do, so the thing is we do have dig in though. So dig in could work. The only thing I'm worried about is, I guess, the damage output, but yeah, so we're probably going to dig in on Tony here, as it does also apply counter. We do have Quick Slash though, so maybe we could do a little bit of work with that as well. Yeah, okay. So let's do that.
Wow, I'm glad you're on our side.
Now we still have remove, and we still have one redraw. Now, if this hero combo was able to kill one of the snipers, I would probably do that. Or likewise, if it was cap Iron Man and giving block to Iron Man, I might do that as well. But since that's not what this hero combo is doing, that's not what we're gonna do. Shield bounce was tempting because it weakens and it also taunts, so like this is an option as well, as opposed to dig in for sure. But I'm more inclined to save the weaken until after the marksman has done his target, because then it could save whoever he is targeting. That's the logic there. What I'm looking for now is I'm seeing, is there any environmentals that I want to use? Is there anything, any moves I want to use, any boops or shoves? And I do. I want to somehow take out both of these guys. Which is definitely doable. I don't want to wake up the sniper, so we'll just do this.
I heard Lilith is kind of hot. Any of you dorks make a move yet?
And then we'll use... let's see what angles do we have here. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Okay. So this... There is a chance that we could line this sniper up to be stunned. Now, I say chance because it's quite hard to tell from this angle. So let's give it a shot. Now, if that is the case, then golden. And then we know what we're going to do between... Or then we're going to dig in for sure. And yeah, so that right there. Perfect. Fantastic. Great start. So it's just playing your angles, right? Playing with the environment. There's a lot of environmental pieces on this screen for a reason. You are encouraged to use them. The game, in a lot of story missions, the game tries to tell you a story with the way a map is laid out. This is not uncommon, right? With the photon beam set up in the early game and things like that. So this one, you're encouraged to use all these stun boxes, right? And the best way to do that is going to be using all these push blocks on top of Iron Man's blasts. So you can see we've made good use of that this turn. So both snipers are stunned. Now Iron Man only has 2 targets targeting him. And then Hunter can take a little bit of a beating anyway, so that doesn't really matter. And then this Shock Trooper, we couldn't unfortunately put anybody into him, but we can maybe try to do that the following turn. The next thing I'm looking for is, can I use either Dig In or even Blast to just get even more value? Let's just see, because yeah, like this AoE, right? This AoE. Oh yes, we used our move already, that's right. So we do have to move cap, whether I want to or not. And that's a-okay with me. And I do still want to take Tony's aggro after all that. So there we go. So now we have a vault, we have some boxes now that we have some heroism. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the box. We're gonna throw this at somebody. Hold this for me. Thanks. And this is just wasteful, so I'd rather keep my 1 heroism. Okay, great turn 1.
Don't give up. You brought this on you.
Okay, so we ended up getting a KO there from the fact that we got the counter, so it was just a good efficient use of counter as well. I believe that was on the minion targeting cap. Now the marksmen are back online, so they're our new problem. Okay. So now we have hero combo we can play with. Okay.
Oh, well, let me know when Banner Industries releases your model, and I'll be sure to take a look.
Nice. So the AoE is actually killing one of the elites. That's really good. That is obviously what you're hoping for. So that was awesome. I'd like to get whip. That would be best case scenario. Let's quick punch this guy. Gets us out of the AoE. Takes him out. Same thing, we'll just use our quick here. Trim through the deck a little bit. Right? So if I move up here, then I can punch him in, but it would rather... $232, 190, okay. Okay, cool. So we're going to hero combo this sniper over here because, well, it'll kill, quite simply. We're going to take Iron Man and we're going to try to be a little cheeky. We're going to see if we can maybe get a nice angle. Maybe here. Let's see. Oof. So what I'm trying to do is to see if I can get him to bounce off cap and land in this AoE. That's the dream. The game may not allow it just based off of like positioning restrictions, but I want to try. Sometimes you can cheat the system a little bit. Or sometimes you can like force them to move. That's awesome too when that happens. Aha, see, there we go. So now the hope is that Cap does punt him back into this AoE. It's not a guarantee, but let's give it a shot. Perfect. So that's what we're looking for.
They move to the shadows.
Okay. Perfect. We have 2 card plays left. Yep. Oh, he's concealed. Never mind. Okay, cool. So let's do this. The sniper is going to apply vulnerability. but he'll be one shot from death, so it doesn't really matter. We do still have a redraw, that's right. That's right. But I'm gonna see if maybe we can do, no, it doesn't reach, okay. Let's do this, because now the knockback will reach. So what I'm getting at is if I knock back the unit that's gonna die into the sniper, then that sniper is also gonna die. That's what I'm looking for. That's the angle I'm trying to play. So what I'm referring to is if I do this, right? Hopefully it doesn't boop this guy out of the AoE. It shouldn't. But then it also means that the sniper will die.
I'm on it.
Yeah, so there we go. That little bit of damage should be enough.
Can't learn new tricks.
Yep, there we go. So there you go. That's like, this has been a great demonstration of like how knockbacks are super valuable, why positioning is super valuable. I hope that that's been visually obvious thus far. Using the little green ending circles to see where you're going to end is just so... That's how you take your game to the next level. Is using your attacks to move. Wow. Okay, there's our Iron Man hand.
Power distribution is coming back online. Should be able to reactivate the... Wait, what?
Wait, what?
How are those even connected?
But we don't have time for your ego, Tony.
Alright, so I actually want to save Mark Target Plus for the next part of the mission. To be honest, so... yeah. Let's start with the big boot. Because it's just a way to get some damage on him. It also... we don't need the heroism right now. Just Hulk smash. Yeah, what I'm saying is just do damage, forehead. Like, obviously. Okay. Now, because he still has Shock Shield, we can definitely take advantage of that if, keyword if, we can pull some other form of knockback.
Here we go.
Target locked in.
Who designed your armor? Because it looks like junk.
Okay, so now Fury. I did it in that order. Right, so I kick the box that uses my 2 heroism. I use Mark Target, that gives me heroism to use Fury, and then Fury also gets refunded because the mark, and now we get to Quick Blast. And the extra redraw is always a blessing, so we can prep this, prep that, play this. So now we're going to be going into the next phase with a buffed Mark Target Plus and buffed Quick Blast Plus, excuse me, which is awesome. And Surgical to end this turn looks really awesome to me, so that's probably what we're going to do. Yeah, amazing.
Shouldn't have pissed me off.
Maybe we should all get suits like that.
And no good move, unfortunately, no good boop setup, but since he's going to heal or frenzy, what we'll do is we'll align ourselves in a way where we can kind of just boop into each other. So, like this. And then if the AoE targets one of my heroes, it might clip him as well. Yep, just like that. Literally just like that.
Internal sensors are recalibrating. We're almost there. Just hold out a little bit longer.
Now, what do I want going into the next mission? This is something, or the next phase. This is something we talk about all the time.
Everywhere these days.
I don't particularly want the hero combo.
Getting to know you.
don't really want Fury. I'll play heal here now.
The light's gift. Let us see if they have an answer for this.
I don't want to use Wild Strike, but it just might be correct to do so. Yeah, it probably is.
That's some move.
Okay, cool. Okay, so she's out, and then the box should be just enough. Keeping whip on the next phase is really good too. I mean, you guys know me and how much I like whip. There we go. So, upgraded Mark Target Plus, upgraded Quick Blast, whip plus to control Rumlow right off the get-go, and then Fury just for raw damage. Though I am inclined to actually redraw this, so I'm not sure I would play this right away. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay.
Quickly, to the top of the tower.
And now we're going into the second phase with pretty much full health bars. A great hand, a prepared hand, an Iron Man hand. Now we just need... Ooh, I was going to say, now we just need him to spawn in a good spot, and he unfortunately did not spawn in a great spot. He will often spawn to the left or right of this barrel. But this is okay. So what we'll do, right off the get-go, I'm seeing whip him into cap. And then mark target. Mark target will apply vulnerability to him, which is more appealing to me, I think, than applying marked, I think. Well, that's the first thing that jumps out at me is whip into cap, cap punch out, quick punch out, and go from there. Because cap has tons of block for this turn, so I'm not really concerned. I don't want whip to discard mark target or this quick blast if I can help it. So let's see if we can maybe use those first. Yeah, not great. Not great quick blast targets. Yeah, you know, let's just go for a much more aggressive approach than maybe I typically do. Normally I would focus on killing these guys, but you know, I'm gonna do a little differently this time.
Sure, why not?
I see the target.
I feel at least 4% stronger than Torn.
Okay. Now we whip. Okay. Throwing him into the stun box is actually, yeah, that's even more desirable. Truth be told. I just need him to not end up on the outside of the frickin' thing.
Your time has come.
Yeah, there we go. It's more desirable because, as you can see right there, his stupid shock shield doesn't activate. So we're basically doing 2/3 of this dude's health without ever activating the shield in the first place. So this is like literal best case scenario, but we kind of got lucky. If we didn't have whip, then this situation wouldn't be as good. But the reason why you like him spawning over here is because you can basically break the shield in one turn. Alternatively, if he's over here, I guess, or over here, and we do get the hand we got and the spawn we got, and like the cards align, which they did, then this is great. It's worked out better, but normally it's not quite what I'm looking for. One card play, 3 quick cards in my hand. That's amazing. This seems to be the only awkward target, but this doesn't even take cap out of there, huh? No, but we can could do this, I guess. Yeah.
Let's settle.
Roger that. Okay, so that's done. It's a good chunk of damage, but not as much as I'm looking for right now. You know, it might be possible. Yeah. I was gonna say it might be possible to maybe get this guy over here. Let's see, let's see. Oof, not quite. Okay, not quite. That's okay. We can still use the quick portion of the skill. No problem. I was hoping to kind of get that though, but it's okay.
They cannot possibly match
This is
your
fine.
strength.
Surgical strike. Okay. Well, that's not what we want. Okay, game, I get it. You want me to use my quicks. Oh my lord. I mean, I guess. I'd almost rather leave marked on that guy.
Don't worry. I'm here to help.
Here to help.
No
Okay,
change
so
in
now
plans.
Rumlow is taunted. If it should carry over, if he doesn't throw the grenade at least. And then 1, 2, 3, counter. Yeah, and then this. There we go. This. But Rumlow should throw a grenade. That's the thing. He should throw a grenade. But he may not. And we still have a boop to boot. Nice.
Target confirmed.
No ring out chance anywhere, I don't think. Nope. Okay. Did I enjoy the story? I mean, it's a pretty Marvel story, let's be honest. From what I caught of the story. Story-wise, I enjoyed Act 2.
I'll use whatever it takes. Yeah.
So yeah, he did end up hitting Cap because this broke the stun. So that worked out well. Okay. So because we have Quick Slash, we are able to push Rumlow into his own
Hostile reinforcements here.
Claymore here.
So that's your legendary.
Okay.
fighter?
Yep.
You're supposed to be Lilith's kid, right? Must be the runt of the litter.
Come closer, mercenary, and I will
So yeah,
show
he's
you
just
how
he's
hard
just
this
like
runt can bite.
dead, basically.
Tracking myself.
Sure, why not?
That's not gonna stop
Yeah.
me.
Oh, you love to see it. You love to see it.
This should be good. You guys should talk to your union rep. I don't think you're supposed to be on our level yet.
So we can set ourselves up for the following turns. See if we can't take out both these guys this turn. Maybe not. Yeah, not quite. Yeah. Depends what we draw with Tactician.
Even for Hydra.
You know, this is one of the rare times where I have a plan as a good play. Cool. Yeah.
Here we go.
I gotta say, the whole Hail Hydra thing is pretty stale. Got any new material?
Okay. You liked how the story highlighted the Avengers aren't as competent and good for everything?
Might as well line
Yeah, that
up.
makes sense. Hydrate? I ran out of water. I'll refill it. They couldn't solve the problem and they were never asked for help, kept making it worse. Yeah, that's interesting. Never thought about it.
Down there.
I'm a little busy. Perhaps if you could stop the hail of rockets from slamming into the facility, I could stabilize the highly explosive reactor.
Yeesh. Always so touchy.
Alright, so again, we're gonna see how much damage we can kind of do to him in one go. Best case scenario is, or like we can move Hunter down here. Not best case scenario, I don't know why I said it that way. Like that, right? So then there's that. There's mark target. There's heal, which we don't need, so let's just dump it. Okay. Maybe just start with this and go from there. Oh, wait, no. This.
Getting it done any way we know how.
Almost a mistake.
Focus on Stark's target.
Think that hurts.
Okay.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith.
Oh, 200 damage. It's crazy. All right.
Stronger already.
So now his shield will be gone. Amazing. And because Iron Man is right here, if Rumlow attacks Iron Man, he's definitely gonna use the day shot into the stun. Now, that's not super bad, but what is bad about that is, it's just a lot of damage. Or he'll punch him into the stun. Like something with regards to the stun is going to happen. So what we'll do to sort of work around that issue is we will use the shield bounce to taunt Rumlow. But first, yeah, we'll blow this. There we go.
Serious.
So now, if he does the daze shot, the punch, anything he does, it doesn't matter at all. So we're good. Iron Man looking like Bumblebee. I like it.
You a new one.
I like it. See? Not gonna punch me into anything that matters.
Hold still.
Sure, just keep throwing bodies at the problem.
Okay, and this should be the last turn. Yep,
Finally get
it is.
space time with the big
Careful what you wish for, Rumlow.
Rumlow. All right. Fantastique. So we not whip. Sorry, we wild strike.
Hardly a flesh wound. Barely even noticed it.
We move Iron Man out because I don't want him to die. Let's not ruin my rating, yeah. And then let's do. Let's see, who needs 9, 9, 12, 9, almost 10, 9. Alright. So Tony benefits from the kills.
You think Lilith saw that? I hope so. We've done it.
You pee-wee scout sure had me.
The Avengers don't care about themselves.
Get you on the flip side.
What you got?
Hey.
Okay, wow.
Ask a favor.
Alright. I will definitely take the upgraded ability for 5 less health. Wow. That's so much, what's it called? Essence? So. Oh! Upgraded hex mark, let's go. Loot box. What are we gonna get? Alright, fully charged. Good, 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 good.
So, what's new with
Just
Hydra
checking
this
for
morning?
coil.
Wait, don't tell me.
So let's take the Book of Ashanti, because we don't really need combat therapy. Let's be honest.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? What can I
Okay,
say to
so we got a
satisfy
purple. Trash. 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 Hey, okay. So, a lot of garbage, and then that. So we'll take this for essence, and this for... Again, Guarding Strike, we might take it just to get something else out of the deck, and then salvage it later. But Best Defense is good. Honestly, we need very little, if anything, else on Cap now. We pretty much could just do his mission right now and be fine. So that's good. Example being, yeah, let's take out. Yeah, let's take out Punch. There we go. Yeah, this, if I have this Cap deck endgame, this is fine. I honestly don't need anything else. And then Mindbender and Guarding Strike, these again, I don't really like them, but we'll keep them. So we can now upgrade Heal. We'll put in Mindbender. Then we can take out this awful Quick Slash and put in Guarding Strike. And that, for if nothing else, that's just going to be block generation in hand, because early game, the 32 block's quite good, but eventually this card starts falling off pretty hard. And if nothing else, it's a 1 heroism, 129 damage. So, these two cards are definitely going to get axed eventually, though. Upgrading Heal, though, is very good. Mindbender is not very good, but it's better than this. So we can use it as sort of a hard CC. And I'm not going to run 2 copies of Quick Slash, just 1. So now we can salvage that for Essence. And we'll hang on to those for now. Hex Mark is great because it means that we can take a Hex Field out of the deck or Unleashed. And I'm probably going to say, if I'm thinking of the Witch of Wundagore, I would probably rather dump Unleashed. Yeah, for the purposes of that mission, rather do this. Okay. And then Mindbender. No, it's not. I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Okay, so combat bonus. Let's see. The next story should be another Spider-Man one. Well, let me just double check. Oh, my first upload is Or my first episode is done. Huzzah. Oh, it's the right. It's the okay. Oh, it's a good place to wrap up because we're going to have to deal with frickin' Wanda. So we have Kick now
Let's see if you're
and
as good as
frickin' Nico, but our Nico is severely underpowered.
Oh, now I see what
So yes, I want this combat bonus. Okay, great. That's pretty good actually. Yeah, for the YouTube fellas, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. And we are prepared to do the sneaking out mission after this next general mission with the Nico upgrade and the little bit of magic that we got. So that's super awesome. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next episode.